My cousin gave my 4-year-old melatonin gummies to help him settle at her sleepover and never told me. So at Thanksgiving, I read the family her text asking which dose knocks a kid out. It started the morning after. Micah wouldn't wake up. I shook his little shoulder and he just rolled his head and mumbled. When I finally got him upright, he swayed like he was drunk, eyes half shut, drooling on his shirt. He'd never slept past 6 a.m. in his life. It was almost 11. Buddy, you okay? You feel sick? Wanna sleep? He slurred and went limp against me. I called Dana, my cousin, who'd watched him overnight so I could work a double. He's just tired, she said. Way too fast. We stayed up. Kids do that. Dana, he can't stand up straight. You're being dramatic. He's fine. Gotta go. She hung up. Micah slept until dinner. I told myself she was right, that he'd overtired himself, but something sat wrong in my chest for 2 weeks, and I couldn't name it. Then he stayed at her place again, 1 hour, while I ran to the pharmacy, and when I picked him up, he was already yawning, glassy-eyed, reaching for me like his legs didn't work. Did he eat anything weird? I asked. Just a snack. Dana wouldn't look at me. Some gummies. Vitamins. What gummies? God, relax. They're for kids. That night I couldn't sleep. I sat on my bathroom floor and did the thing I'm not proud of. Micah's tablet syncs to the family cloud account Dana set up years ago, photos, messages, all of it dumped into one shared stream. I scrolled, and I found a thread between Dana and her sister Kayla from the first sleepover. I read it 4 times. Then I screenshotted every message, and I waited. Thanksgiving was at my aunt's. 20 of us around the table. Dana sat across from me in her nice sweater, laughing, a glass of wine in her hand, telling everyone how good she was with Micah, how he just adored her. You should let me take him more, she said to me, sweet as anything. Give yourself a break. He sleeps like an angel for me. He does, doesn't he? I said. Sleeps really deep, like a rock, almost like something knocks him out. The table laughed. Dana laughed too, but her eyes flicked to me for half a second. My aunt clinked her glass. Before we eat, anything anyone's thankful for. Actually, I said, standing up, I have something to share. It's a text conversation. I think everyone should hear it. Dana's wine glass stopped halfway to her mouth. It's from September, I said. The night Micah first stayed with Dana. I pulled out my phone. Dana writes, he won't settle. He keeps crying for his mom. I'm losing it. Kayla says, give him one of your melatonin. Dana says, I looked up. Dana says, how much knocks a 4-year-old out? I don't want him waking up. The table went dead silent. Kayla says, I'd deck half, maybe a whole one. And Dana says, my voice didn't shake. I made sure of it. Gave him 2. Out cold. Don't tell her she's so uptight about that stuff. Dana's face had gone white. That's private. You went through my 2 adult melatonin gummies to a 4-year-old. So he'd stop crying for me. It's melatonin, she snapped, standing now. It's natural? It's not even. He couldn't stand up, Dana. He couldn't wake up. I almost took him to the ER and you told me I was dramatic. You're twisting it. Then you did it again. Last week, 1 hour. I set the phone flat on the table so everyone could see the screen. There are 7 more messages. Want me to keep reading, or do you want to tell them yourself? My aunt reached over and picked up the phone. She read it. Her hand came up to her mouth. Dana, she whispered. Is this real? It's not a big deal, everybody does. You drugged a baby so he'd stop asking for his mother. My uncle stood too. Kayla was already crying, saying she didn't think Dana actually did it. She was just texting. Dana looked around the table for one ally and found 20 faces staring back at her. I was helping, she said. Smaller now. He's completely fine. I picked Micah up off the floor where he'd been playing with his cars, and I held him against my chest, and I looked at her over his head. His pediatrician has the screenshots too, I said. She sent them to someone this morning. I'd keep my phone close, Dana. They'll be calling.